78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop a new video. And if you're digging the video, please share the video. Shout out to my brother Blue Blood Sports TV. I just seen Blue Blood video on this and I absolutely 1000% agree. Video about Terence Crawford and how the tables have turned. Lord have mercy. Terence Crawford is the king of the hill in boxing right now. He's earned that right. He's put himself in position. He's taken his position, I should say, by force. It was a time when when PBC was on top of boxing, right? And it was a whole, listen, everybody from the PBC was trashing Terence Crawford and acting like he was like the odd person out and stuff like that. And, you know, and fans, we all sided with the PBC. I'm not removing myself from fault either, because at that point, I thought Terence Crawford was acting weird. Kept re-signing with Top Rank, acting like a weirdo to me. And then all of a sudden, the truth gets revealed. The truth gets revealed, and that truth is that Terence Crawford was being blackballed by the PBC. And we found that out from Earl Spence. Earl Spence had to go against the PBC just to make the Crawford fight. The PBC didn't want Earl to fight Bud. They wanted to make Canelo versus Earl. They were trying to sacrifice Earl to Canelo. You know what I'm saying? That's what the PBC was on. Trying to make them some money, keep Canelo on their team, blah, blah, blah. Now, anyway, with all that being said, I remember when Keith one-time Thurman, Keith Thurman was unified champion at 147 in welterweight. And I remember when Terence Crawford was undisputed champion at 140 pounds and was moving up to welterweight. And Terence Crawford showed the utmost respect to Keith Thurman by saying, "Hey, everybody talking about Earl Spence. Hey, I want to fight Keith Thurman. That's the guy. I think I get more props if I fought. You know what I'm saying? If I fought, Keith Thurman." And what ended up happening was Keith Thurman came out and did an interview. I remember like yesterday. He trashed Terence Crawford. He was like, "Oh man, Crawford's a little guy. These little guys coming up to welterweight. What these guys gonna do with me, man? Crawford don't sell. There's no money in that fight. Blah blah blah." Keith Thurman sat around the media members, and the media members ate all that mess up. He was talking, right? I lost respect for Keith. I was a big fan of Keith, but I lost respect. He started talking like a businessman. A lot of ducking going on. He went from being the big bad wolf. I ain't afraid to let it go. That's when I was a fan of him. And then every time you talk to him, he downplaying the Earl Spence fight. He downplaying the Crawford fight, whatever. So that's what Keith Thurman did, right? Even with Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo was undisputed champion at 154 pounds, and he chose not to fight Terence Crawford. He wanted to move up and fight Canelo for the money and blah, 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 blah. And the PBC was doing a lot of shenanigans to keep Terence Crawford from reaching the status he's in today. When he fought Earl Spence and beat Earl Spence in devastating fashion, the PBC even tricked Terence Crawford into stalling his career for a year. Crawford thinking he finna get the Earl Spence rematch, and then they just have him sitting there for nothing. Earl don't even take the rematch. Then when Crawford was trying to fight Fundora, the PBC told Fundora to pull out and act like he was hurt or something else like that. I'm like, bro, this is ridiculous, fam. This is absolutely absurd. This is absolutely ridiculous at this point. What the PBC was doing to Terence Crawford. So Crawford had to make his own lane, right? He made his own lane. He went up to 154, fought Madrimov. He beat Madrimov, won the title. A lot of people thought he lost the fight and all that kind of stuff. Whatever. I didn't think Crawford lost the fight at all. I thought he won. Yes, it wasn't his most dominant win, but he won. But whatever. This is what black folks do. You wonder why we don't get no respect? Because we don't respect ourselves. Black folks it's something in it's something that's been embedded in us to where we feel like we have to prove to other people that we're fair. that we have integrity and we got this. I ain't got to prove nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody better than me that I got to prove something to them. I don't know. Black folks got to get out of this inferiority complex that y'all got psychologically. You're going to have to get out of it. Every time, we always overly critical of our own people. And it's like we're trying to get a pat on the head like a little Rottweiler. You know, ooh, I eat all my food, mama. Like, it's just ridiculous. What are you trying to get out of this? Like, nobody else does this except for black folk. Like, when I'm watching other people break down boxing, I never see no other people just trash their own fighters' accomplishments. Right? I don't, when I go and I'm looking at other boxing content creators, I never see these people trashing, I never see Latinos or Mexicans trashing Canelo Alvarez. Never. You might see some where Canelo ain't their favorite, but you never see them just like taking away his accomplishments. He ain't nothing. He trash. He lost that fight. He ain't this and that. You rarely see that kind of stuff. Then, if you look at like the Boricua brothers, right? You never see them like just trashing their own people. You know what I'm saying? You look at the Filipinos, you never see Filipinos trashing Manny Pacquiao or trashing O'Neal Donaire. You never see it, right? The only people you ever see really on a consistent basis trashing their own fighters is us, man, black folks. And it's embarrassing, and that's a testament to how polluted our brains are, how brainwashed we are psychologically from the trauma of slavery and being around these people. Black folks have an inferiority complex, and we always trying to prove to people we can be trusted. Massa, you can trust me. Watch this, Massa. Massa, I'll whip him. Massa, give me the whip. I'm gonna hit him harder than you can hit him, Massa. I guarantee, Massa, watch this. Watch, Massa, I'm gonna make him cry, Massa. Massa, I'm gonna make him cry so good. Watch me, Massa, please give me the whip, Massa. And it's embarrassing. And I know y'all don't be thinking about that when y'all be coming on here saying this stuff. You're just trying to talk boxing, but nobody else is, bro. Black folks is the only ones who just long to just talk boxing. Race doesn't matter. Nothing else matters. Hey, man, we are the world. We are the children. We are the ones to make a better day. So just not kidding. That world don't really exist, y'all. Like, whatever y'all trying to do, man, I don't know if y'all trying to make it to heaven. Whatever y'all trying to do, it ain't gonna happen, bro. I highly doubt, if there's a God, I highly doubt God respect jigs. Matter of fact, I know God don't respect no jigs. It's ridiculous. What is you trying to do? I don't understand y'all. Terence Crawford is the king of the hill. So the unnecessary, how much more did this man have to prove for him to get respect from his own people? And this is pathetic, bro. And some of y'all holding on to grudges that should have been over 1,000,000 years ago. Some of y'all still mad about the Earl Spence fight, which is ridiculous. I don't understand it. So anyway, Terence Crawford defeating Canelo Alvarez, defeating Earl Spence Jr., defeating everybody in his path, man. At this point, Bud can do whatever he wants, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? The PBC and other people dragged that man. Didn't want to let that man. Didn't want to let that brother get his just due. They dragged him. They talked about him like a dog. I should go to Myers. Nah, I ain't gonna go there. They dragged that brother. They talked about him like a dog, man. That's what they did. And now Terence Crawford, not only is he the king of the hill, but Terence Crawford is also everything Floyd Mayweather wanted to be as far as mentorship to these young fighters. You know what I'm saying? As far as mentorship to these youngsters, hey, you know, no disrespect to Floyd, he did his thing and everything, like, and a lot of these young fighters, they look up to Floyd. But in my opinion, the I should go to Costco's, I don't know. In my opinion, what Floyd, everything Floyd wanted to be as far as a mentor to the young up and coming generation, Terence Crawford has successfully actually done it. Floyd did his thing, but what he didn't do was, Floyd, he a low-key hater, you know what I'm saying? And it's funny that all the stuff I've told you about Floyd 10, 15 years ago is now coming to the light from former boxers, right? All that stuff is coming to the light now from former boxers. But when I told y'all this, I was a hater and everything else. But you know, it is what it is. So, Terence Crawford mentors Shakur Stevenson. He mentors young Devin Haney and the rest of these young fighters, man. And I think that's a beautiful thing. He's available to them for advice. He go in there and train with them and stuff like that. They all look up to him and got love for him and stuff like that. I think that's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? And I really wish in Floyd's later, like you know, as he gets older, I wish Floyd would leave some of that haterism alone, man. Stop being jealous of other people. And I think Floyd could do a lot of good with these guys, but you know, he already ruined it with Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? He already ruined it. You know, with that stuff he did with Ryan Garcia, siding with the racist, steroid cheat, and all that, never criticizing the man for what he did. You know, it's pathetic, bro. It's pathetic. I ain't never in my life, ever in my life, the wrong way. I ain't never in my life not liked just because I don't like the father, or I got an issue with the father, I'm rooting for his son to fail in life. Like, what kind of zesty, that's some diabolical stuff, man. I don't like the father, so I'm rooting for the son to fail in life. I'm rooting for harm to come to the son. Bro, this is crazy. It's madness. But whatever. So what goes around comes around anyway. Back to the topic. The PBC at one point was the best thing since sliced bread, the best thing smoking, and they got arrogant. They didn't stand on business for as we thought they was, and we all supported them because they had the best fighters, and then they had Al Heyman, and we hear all this good stuff about Al. There was a black thing, so we thought there was like, you know, oh, black folks, yeah, man, shout out to the brother, we taking over. We thought it was on that type of time, but it wasn't. Shout out to the Watsons. I heard nothing but great things about the Watsons. But the rest of them cats in the PBC, nope. They ain't on that. Them cats wanted to make some money. They kissed Canelo behind. They did a whole bunch of stuff, you know what I'm saying, that they wasn't supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to drag Al, because I know Al did a lot of good things for the fighters and still does a lot of good things for fighters. But I'm just saying, their mentality was messed up. If Al Heyman and the PBC had a little bit more of Don King mentality, I think that we would have got more great fights from the PBC, and I think they would have still been in business, to be honest with you. But you know, the PBC didn't want to work with no brothers. They didn't want to work with Al Heyman. Al Heyman didn't want to work with Don King, but Don King was trying to work with him. They both from Ohio, you know what I'm saying? Al didn't want to work with Don King. He didn't, for whatever reason. Jay-Z came into boxing, he was trying to work with Al. Al didn't want to work with Jay. You know what I'm saying? But then you bend over backwards to work with, you know what I'm saying, Eddie Hearn and the rest of these marks, and they set you up and pull the switcheroo on you. You know what I'm saying? These marks to pull the switcheroo on you. Did you dirty. Now the PBC finna go out of business. Possibly. You know what I'm saying? The networks changing, all this stuff that happened. Back in the day when it was a network set tripping, dudes was, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm with Showtime. I'm with HBO. Now I'm with, like, bro, it was just pathetic, man. It's so childish, man. When you think about it, it's so childish that grown men was taking sides over networks and promotional companies. And we all supposed to be boxing fans trying to see the best fight, the best, or whatever we're looking for. At least that's what I'm supposed to. I want to see the, you know what I'm saying, the best fights. You know what I'm saying? But people get caught up in the soap opera. Oh my goodness. I'm just driving. Oh my goodness. I'm just driving away and forgot where I was going. Let me get up out of here before I end up in Mississippi somewhere. 78 Sports TV, salute to the mighty LDBC. Shout out to Bud Crawford. I'm up out of here though, deuces.